Samoa, and welcome back to Doctor Who season. I'm not recording. There we go. Doctor Who. See, don't worry, you didn't miss much on the recording. Series 4, episode 2, The Fires of Pompeii. Welcome, Caden.
Hello.
This is quite a significant episode in many ways. It is the first stream we're doing where, as I understand it, this era of Doctor Who, Middle Who, as I futilely insist that people call it, is not available for streaming anywhere outside the UK, which is probably going to be disastrous for our viewing figures in the short term. This season has been really unpopular, weirdly. Like, no one's watched these, but whatever. Yes, they finally expired that streaming deal with everyone. And so you can't watch Doctor Who, I think Torchwood or Sarah Jane Adventures, unless you bought it physically, like me. But yeah, that's it. I have no idea what the Blu-rays in other countries are going to have frame rate rise. But we'll find out. This is also quite a noteworthy episode, I said in many ways. This episode features Peter Capaldi, who will go on to be the 12th Doctor. It features Carrie Gillan, who will go on to play Amy Pond. It probably features Billie Piper, who will go on to play, probably not, the 16th Doctor, but maybe. It features David Tennant, who will go on to play the 14th Doctor. And Ncuti Gatwa is not in this episode. So it's quite a weird little reunion piece that just keeps getting more and more relevant. Yeah. It's Capaldi's first appearance in Who. A good chunk of actors actually have appeared in Doctor Who before being the Doctors. The 6th, 10th, 12th, 16th, and 14th, if you want to cheat. Man, we're really getting weird with these numbers. How long till we get a joke where the Doctor makes fun of, like, the titles getting crazy when you have too many sequels? I feel like it writes itself, you know? But you can't have the joke in the middle of it, you know?
I knew Capaldi was in this. I didn't know Amy was.
I really struggled to identify her, and in fact, I meant to look up a picture so I can point. I think I knew who she is. Karen, I might have said Carrie Gillan. Gillan? I've probably said it wrong anyway. Fires of Pompeii. I'll point her out. Okay, yeah, it is the one, I think, because she plays one of the sister people. What, the Vestal Virgins? No, they were something else. But she's under a lot of makeup and everything, so it's hard to even tell that she's ginger. But yes, that's this episode. It's an interesting one. I think before we ramble, I should probably go on and say what we're doing for the people who somehow don't know. Basically, we are going to be recording an audio commentary track live. So, I thought I could set this up in the background. Oh my goodness. Why? Okay, no, that is working. Oh my gosh, I've changed the volume. Yes, for legal reasons, I can't just stream an episode of Doctor Who, so it is bring your own video. We, in a little bit, are going to do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, everyone's going to hit play, and we should all stay synced up. For Doctor Who, this is a bit of a problem because there are basically two versions of every Doctor Who episode. There's the original UK transmission and the original US version. They are exactly the same, except the US version is about 4% slower due to weird frame rate shenanigans you don't want me to explain. I'm realizing if this is actually your first time, as opposed to like your 30-something, this is probably going pretty fast. But, yes, actually, for the first time, I can guarantee that the overwhelming majority of streaming services won't have either version, I guess. But historically, they've had the American version. German Amazon did. Rip German Amazon. Once the best, now fallen from grace. I think that's everything. We're going to ramble a bit for people to get set up. And Caden, can you talk a bit? Because I stealthily noticed that your audio levels might be bad.
I can talk a little bit about a little bit of things.
There we go. And no one even noticed that I
never
adjusted
mind.
mine in the back. Yeah, we don't actually want to hear what you have to
I'm
say.
not going to talk about anything. That's
No.
okay. I didn't.
You can. Do you have anything to open with?
You know,
I
I can't
guess
say I have any
not.
Doctor Who news.
I
can't
guess
say-
not. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
What
welcome.
was the news? I don't know. We've got a trailer.
Oh.
Have I talked about this? We have a trailer
what?
for War Between the Land and the Sea. I think it actually came out a little while ago, but I missed it. I think it had a release date of 2026. I know that's... Oh gosh, now I'm doubting myself. Hang on. Twat Blast. The War Between the Land and the Sea. Someone on Reddit pointed out, if you put that into an acronym, TWBTLATS, it's very close to Twat Blast. And then a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm going to always refer to this. Release date is Twat Blast. At 2025 is expected to air. Maybe it doesn't. It's coming out. It has been confirmed. Leak. Well, that was 7 months ago. It has been confirmed that it will air. Anyway, here's the lady face.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
That
Instructions.
that's the C. Yeah.
I don't really like it, but hey, it's wait. Well, we've been talking. Or do we actually going to review it? And the thing about Silurian stories is that, and Sea Devil stories, is that they're all exactly the same story for some reason. There's like 4 in the show. Big Finish does some. It's always the same story. You have seen the modern version of this story. Well, what's going to be the first one. And maybe War Between the Land and the Sea won't be. But it looks like it's going to be exactly the same story. So, except longer. And also there's like a Romeo Juliet, what Shape of Water vibe with Alonso is going to like do it with a fish lady, I think. And that's the twist.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah. If you want to watch Alonso do it with a fish lady, and Martha Jones will be there. I don't think she was in the... Well, no, but Angela Freeman will be there. Let's be clear. I don't think she was in the trailer, come to think of it. But I don't know. It's going to be weird. It's just everything about it is weird. Mm-hmm. But we might review it. We might cover it.
We might, yeah.
Will we get Alex to draw me as like a weird fish lady?
Ooh,
I think they'd hate that. But they hate the little details I make them draw. Yeah. Well, what else would you do? Everyone just looks like a person.
I mean, I have a track record of really bad MS Paint drawings. You know, I could whip something just beautiful up.
I don't think we're gonna have you do the thumbnail.
That would be horrible. Never let me do that. But I would draw it and send it to you, and you'd probably scrub your eyes.
You know what? If you want to draw a picture and send it to me, you can.
We can have a moment on stream where we show everyone what I made.
Yeah, we can do that. That'll be fun. That's what we do on these streams. We don't actually watch Doctor Who. I've said at one point, we're just gonna stop watching Doctor Who. We're just gonna keep doing the streams. Like we'll keep titling them like watch-alongs with the episodes.
Yeah, we'll just do something random.
And I'll do the screen where it has the instructions, it has the timer, but we never watch it. We never hit play. We just don't watch the episodes. I was
Little do they know, we're doing that right now.
If we want to do a watch-along, I don't know how this would work because neither of us have seen it, I assume. But I feel like I should watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You ever?
I have a list of movies and things that I feel like I need to watch, but that one hasn't made it yet.
A lot. It's the inspiration, a heavy inspiration for this era of Doctor Who, the revival era. And anytime like Star Trek or Strange New Worlds, whatever, I think some Doctor Who does like a weird episode, like a musical or the puppet ones. I always see people who are like, "Oh yeah, Buffy did that, and it was amazing." It's like, I don't know. It just sounds interesting, and I'm like, you know what? A '90s real life fantasy blend thing I think the only thing I know about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I assume she fights vampires. I don't actually know this for a fact. You've got Buffy.
That's correct. I'm pretty sure Buffy's a vampire too.
I don't know about that. I know she's like a teenage girl. I think she's a cheerleader, and she has like the guy who knows about vampires. There's this guy, and he's there, and I think she detects vampires through menstrual cramps. I think those are the only things I know about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So it's gonna be really weird if that last point is wrong.
A few more things than I know.
It's gonna be weird if that last point is wrong. So God knows where I picked that up, but I think that's how it works. So yeah, we should watch that. What more would you want? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't know.
Is this episode one? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I get the recap of what happens right before we watch it, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, should we begin? But then I remembered, we're forgetting the bit.
Yeah,
I haven't even introduced the fires of Pompeii. Because, I probably forgot. Do we even need to introduce it? Pompeii is famous for one thing, right?
That song by Bastille.
Pompeii is famous for two things, right? And, I probably, it, but just in case, there's someone in the back. Pompeii is an ancient Roman city in Italy. It was this huge, trade hub, like a diverse trade cosmopolitan area that one day suffered a rapid, catastrophic, and total economic collapse. The whole economy just gone, just right up. No one really understands what happened to the economy because it was quite a big trade hub. But this episode seeks to answer that question where we go back in time to Pompeii and we learn that everyone was just fired very rapidly and suddenly, almost like some sort of natural disaster. They all got fired. And of course, when everyone's fired, the economy just dies. It's gone. And that's bad. No one likes not having an economy. It's really bad. So the fires of Pompeii, of course, refer to the firing. And it said that some people were so petrified at losing their job suddenly, I know I'd be, that they literally turned to stone. It's a bit of an urban legend. And you can visit the ruins of Pompeii, because of course without an economy the city fell into ruin, and some people say you can see it, but I don't know. I've never been to that part of Italy. Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's tragic.
Tragic. I can't imagine anything worse happening to a town.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst thing that can happen to a community.
Absolutely. I couldn't even imagine, I mean, Spokane famously had a volcano, but that was just a bit of ash, that was fine. We recovered. But an economy, you can't.
You can't come back from that.
You can't come back from that. No, you can't. You just can't. If you don't have an economy, you can't get one. It's always been there since the dawn of time. Always.
Wow. I can't wait to watch these mass layoffs.
Yeah, wow. Well, that sick, twisted mind of yours.
What can I say?
Yeah, because of course this episode came out in 2008, and so it's a big commentary on the financial crisis, which is why you'll never own a house. And so it was very topical. Was that one a bit too real? No, it was very topical. Okay, should we begin?
I'm ready.
All right. Originally, I thought the joke is this is why we'll never own a home, as I'm sitting in my house. So I realized.
Do we need to wake the hard drive up?
Maybe. Let's. Oh, also,
recently we haven't needed to.
I need to check the playback speed, which looks right, but I was hitting a lot of keys, and one of the hotkeys. Okay, it's good. One of the hotkeys on a version of OBS is speed up or slow down VLC media, which is why I don't use it anymore, and I use the number pad. I have to turn on the blurred episode.
True.
There we go.
The people need to see.
No, the people can't see. This would literally be the only legal way to watch Doctor Who. So, That is why I can't just stream the episodes, as they would not be up if I did that.
Hogwash.
Wow. Well, I was gonna say a lot of them are on YouTube. No, that's Classic Who, but a lot of them are free on YouTube if you're an American. Maybe some other places, but I know Americans can get them. I know others can't. Yeah. As I said before, we're going to do the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, everyone's going to hit play as I desperately try and fiddle with all the audio secretly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 25 minutes. Oh, I guess 15 minutes. That's a little more reasonable. 10 minutes was sitting here streaming to YouTube. Ooh, that's a bit quiet.
You look so happy.
Well, because they actually filmed this in Italy, I learned.
Oh.
The people... I don't remember this district of Rome, but they really wanted to become attractive to British tourists. And so they basically bent over backwards to accommodate the financial limitations of Doctor Who. I think for Confidential,
my eyes peeled.
They actually visited Pompeii. I won't point her out then. I'll wait for you to miss her, and then I'll point her out.
I feel like Capaldi's not going to be hard.
No, Capaldi will not be hard.
But I'm going to look at
Wait, where do you know Capaldi? Because you never reached 12.
Well, yeah, but I know of 12.
Ah, interesting. Because
so
most people stopped watching. Yeah, I mean, he's a big name, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I've seen much with him in it, though.
I've seen Doctor Who. I think he's in Torchwood. I still haven't watched that season.
Huh.
He was in something when I Googled his name to check it was spelt right. This is a weird joke for me because I don't like the TARDIS untranslates the actual language. That's probably problematic. That's kind of dumb. But I do like the joke that it translated to Celtic, which would be what the
Is that Amy?
people
I think that's
in
Amy.
British...
That was Amy.
Yes, that was Amy.
I'm good at this.
I'm pretty sure. I'll wait for the exact frame that I saw a picture of.
Didn't have to wait long.
Yeah, that's got it. That's her. That's her.
I think so. Wow,
that's got to be her. I think watch like another woman come by that's actually her. No,
yeah,
that's definitely her.
In the background.
I don't know. I always struggled. Maybe because I was farther away from a TV. That's her.
Yeah.
She's a tad young. There it is. That's the frame.
Yeah.
She's a tad younger, but not that much younger. I think like 2 or 3 years. Spoilers for when we're getting Matt Smith. Yeah, I wonder. So I think this actually is filmed in Rome, but I don't. I thought it was like a historical district, but I don't remember. Obviously, that's fake, but
yeah.
I don't remember anything looking like this era of Rome when I went. Not that I saw the whole metropolis.
Volcano Day.
That's the
those words?
Jack. That's Captain Jack. Remember? He was like, Pompeii's a good con, but you gotta make sure you set your alarm for Volcano Day.
Oh.
I don't know if I've ever clocked that, even though I've certainly watched these in more of a binge.
That's funny.
See, Catherine Tate is gonna go on to play Donna Noble in the 60th anniversary specials. Oh my gosh, that was an overcorrection on the gain. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know, because there I feel... Am I peaking for you, Caden, or is it just... Sometimes OBS freaks out.
I think you're good.
You just tell me if I sound bad.
I don't know. Yeah, just going through my Discord volume settings.
Hang on. Yeah. Oh. Because it doesn't sound like her, right? Because she does a very mysterious priesty voice, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to recognize it, but I don't know if I can. Oh, okay, it's because she's not Scottish. That's why. She's not using her I assume she's actually Scottish?
I don't know.
I think it's Matt Smith, who was born in, like, the same town as Stephen Moffat. I don't think it was Amy.
It turned into pots.
No, it's right, an episode where this is the setup, but the TARDIS isn't actually gone. The chameleon circuit just repaired itself, you know.
Huh.
And so they figure out it was. And at one point they like lean against the pots, and it pops back. He's like, "Oh, I broke it."
Lovely jubbly.
This is a reference to a classic joke where they got actual art critics to they thought the TARDIS was a piece of art in like a museum.
I know this guy.
Who is he? I don't recognize him.
Petrish Capitalist.
Close enough. A lot of the
That's Amy
names.
Pond.
Yeah, I recognize her now. You can see the resemblance to River. You know, that's definitely her mom.
Yeah.
Spoilers. God, Capaldi looks a little weird with short hair. But
He's definitely different.
in fact, he doesn't have white hair. Is that because... I mean, it's a little white. I think he's just too young.
Yeah.
Man. Because we're probably a good, like, 10, 15 years from 12th Doctor. Gosh, I feel like I had another... Oh, yeah, a lot of people's names actually do mean stuff if you translate them. Horribly distasteful about, like, turning to stone and stuff. I don't know who would make light of a tragedy like Pompeii. But one of the guy's arms is literally, like, left hand is stone. Something like that. I'll have to check the names. I think Capaldi's character is also, like, just stone. That's probably not a stone thing. There, Lucius Dextrus. I think it might be the middle name, because Dextrus is something about the
Dexterity.
hand.
Yeah. Ooh, a third eye.
Hang on, I have to check. Is Lucius left? Because it's obviously, I think, like, devil related. But is that why left-handed people are, like, evil or something? Lucius. Latin. I'm mostly getting names. You know what? Let's go the other way. Latin for left. It is Dexter in Sinister. Sinister. Oh, wait, so I guess Dextrous is right? I don't know, man. Dead language. When I went to Rome, no one was speaking
stuff got
Latin.
patched forever ago.
Yeah, no one spoke Latin when I went to Rome. Did you say
They got a monster in the grate.
That's an early reveal.
I'm looking
For the monster.
That guy's scary.
I don't know. I would have obscured that more.
Yeah.
It has its own sense of mystery, but you know.
Yeah.
Hang on. I did. Oh. Oh, much better.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I changed the audio before stream, but I guess I slightly misclicked. I'm like, man, this audio mixing. Here we get the meat point, though. I'll announce now. Apparently, this was supposed to be the third episode. Because they wanted the next episode, Plan of the Ood, to be second. But that one was a bit too serious of an episode, to the point of being like a bit morbid and dark. So they swapped it with this one where everyone in Pompeii dies. I don't know. I might have swapped it with the unicorn and the wasp one. That one's quite funny.
They got FaceTime in Pompeii.
They do. When I went to Rome, everyone was doing that. Oh my gosh, they've actually got a prophecy thing. Yeah, none of these women are Karen Gillan. Carrie Fisher? None of them. I like the makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And the costumes. I don't know. I think it is a historical group because the Doctor mentions it later, but I don't know anything about them.
More secretive about this lady than the massive fire monster man.
Yeah, this is how much clarity we should have had on the fireman.
Yeah.
I know why. I might have even reversed it. You see a bit of this woman, but you don't get to see the fireman. Maybe it's Billie Piper. That's a secret. I can't remember if she's in this one. I don't know how we'd work her in.
You don't care.
God, could you imagine if Billie Piper was also in this one? Eventually, everyone in this episode is going to be a Doctor Who character. When the 12th Doctor looks like that, they do actually bring up this character, which is nice. Won't spoil it, though.
Isn't there a different... don't they go back to Doctor Who? Or Doctor Who. Don't they go back to Pompeii and Doctor Who at some point? And someone does stand up on a table?
What?
And is like, you're all gonna die. But then no one dies because it's fixed, you know.
No.
Is that
there are,
okay,
like...
some other time travel show.
Some Big Finish and stuff. Like, side canon before this episode has Pompeii, but...
I could have sworn I remember, like...
Yeah, I think you're thinking of something else.
Smith and Pompeii or something.
Matt Smith... No, this isn't... Matt Smith screaming on... Are you thinking of Matt Smith in Venice? They go to Venice.
Maybe.
With vampires who are fish women. Which is, like, very topical for the Preem Steam chat.
I'm not sure.
I like how they're still referring to each other as Spartacus. See, they don't know what a volcano is. It's the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna fire his whole family later. I also wonder this, if Pompeii actually creates the word volcano. Because from what I remember in history, I feel like Pompeii was more of like a city that just disappeared one day. They didn't know what happened for a while. And I think they founded a new city just a little bit further away. Yeah, there he is. It's like, my left hand is stone. What a good name. But, oh, my right hand is stone. You'll never guess why.
He's got such a cowl.
He'll be the Doctor one day.
Such a grumpy mug.
What about a companion who's a grumpy old man? Like someone
I like that.
has to bring their grandpa, and he slowly learns the wonder of... Wait, is this just the 12th Doctor? Actually.
Wait, who's that old guy behind him? He looks so...
That's the companion.
Scared.
Oh, that guy in the background. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone who can understand this. See, that one's weak to me. Yeah. Like, you continued the puns, but it went nowhere. I do love the joke. I like that part of the joke. Just not the setup. He's Celtic. We even painted it green. So you know it's a circuit. I don't think that would work.
Yeah, I think that would just suck. I think that'd paperweight.
Well, to be fair, they're a Roman. He's gonna lose his job, too. apparently I learned as well this actress had a serious case of food poisoning, which sucked, but really helps for these scenes when they're just dying, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I ate a rotten steak. Now Donna's interested.
That's crazy.
It is remarkable coincidence with a lot of that
Yeah.
stuff lining up, but ooh, I like the music. Also, look at all this fruit. When they do a wide shot. God, you know, I'm trying to remember if it's understood. What? That's in Ireland. It's a lucky guess.
It's just really funny.
What?
The concept of what's happening right now, I enjoy.
I'm trying to remember what if they really explain why everyone knows the future. This would have been like baffling too if you believed in this religion or stuff, because like you believe in the soothsayers, but clearly the ones in Pompeii are actually right. It's very different. But also the ones in Pompeii are right. You know? Where's the light come from? All right, Donna, we're leaving.
I'm ready to go.
We're ready. It was weird. This is the first time I think they've, like, run from something. And, like, yeah, Pompeii's gonna blow up. But, you know. In fact, you might argue this one solves itself. If Pompeii is a fixed point in time, it's gonna blow up. I saw some fat people once. It's not on the way you think. God, I don't... It's very well done, the stone effect. I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it. You know, I don't like it in a good way. Nice royalty-free sound effect. They're inventors?
They're thinkers.
They don't even have to invent. They just look at what they're gonna invent. It's a saint. Probably not yet, though. Because Christianity. Oh, it's the gods of the underworld. I get that, too.
I believe that.
In my basement. It is fun seeing the two Doctor actors together.
Yeah.
He's not quite 12, of course, but still. That'd be a good multi-Doctor story if Peter Capaldi would ever agree to one. I don't think those are going to help.
Let me take a look at these.
Why is the dust magic? Let me know. That can't be good for you.
That's probably they're all gonna explode.
I'm sure it's explained. I just can't remember why the rocks are magic.
This guy's angsty.
Well, he is a teen, and he's gonna lose his job. He doesn't even have one. You know, his parents' generation got everything handed to them. They could buy a house for like a chicken. But this guy, you know how many chickens you need to buy a house? Like that one, that's only half a house in the background. You need
Half
two
a
whole
house.
chickens.
Whew.
Yeah.
I can give you
In
one and a
this
half.
economy. Doctor has a
What does
dad
that mean?
confirmed. Means a doctor has a dad. Says don't tell my dad, only if you don't tell mine. What do you mean? What does it mean?
I think we should bring back stone busts of people.
They used to be painted. Not in
Really?
Roman times, but
Oh.
by the time like the Romans came around, the Greek ones were so old, the paint had like worn off or whatever, so all that we were left is the stone. But I think we found a few that still have some paint, but like chemical analysis and stuff, you can see all the paint chemicals and whatever. So yeah, they used to be painted,
I didn't know that.
which kind of makes sense. It would suck if like your whole city was just white. It's basically, like going to a Soviet era, utilitarian city. I think the temples might have been painted, but I don't know. Ah, good store. Okay, but what do you do before then?
Write out your promise on a big piece of paper.
What? Everyone dies. Naturally. Well, she's right. It will rise. It will set.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do that. We should paint little eyes on the back of our hands, and then just like do that.
Walk around
how,
everywhere like
yeah,
that.
that's how we're watching Doctor Who right now. That's how you can see it.
That's true.
This must sound crazy, right? I live in a valley. Could you imagine if someone was like, that one's gonna blow up?
Snitch.
A what? Oh, snitch. Snitching on a
Snitching.
volcano. That's all seismologists are. They're massive snitches. That's why I don't listen to them. They tell me Mount St. Helens is going to blow up. I'm going to get closer, That mountain worked hard. I'm also paying attention to how none of the other actresses are ginger. I think this might have been Karen Gillan's one of her first roles. But citation needed. That one is not upside down, Doctor. I think it's just a circuit.
I think it's just a bunch of rocks that they carved into, really. I don't think that's going to do much.
Wait, does this mean the rock people invented? Actually, I could see that. The rock people invented the ventilation systems that let people see the future. I bet that's intended. I want someone to edit Rory the Roman in the background. Just put more Classic Who. That we should do that for like the 75th anniversary. Just get as many Doctor Who actors as possible to remake this, but with like just they're playing the characters. David Tennant does not play the Doctor either. That's important. David Tennant plays Peter Capaldi's character. I was also reading. Can you tell I was on? Brilliant. Why don't we use the Sonic to let things fall down more? But I was reading on Memory Alpha because I was trying to figure out if more actors were in this. Originally, the Doctor was going to like shatter that guy's arm on the floor, but David Tennant and I think Catherine Tate didn't like it because they thought it was too violent for the 10th Doctor. Which I kind of agree, but honestly, I feel like I've thought that about ripping the dude's arm off. Like, what if that's
I
reversible?
mean, it's like, is it even an arm anymore?
And then you think the girl who had it, like, just on her forearm, right? What happens if you break that? Like, there's a hand on the end. There's got to be blood vessels and stuff. Also, did he fall asleep with his arm, like, in a sling position, or? I'll let you buy a house with those chickens.
That's their retirement fund just running away.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you had to keep your retirement fund in a cage? Or, like, your retirement fund could get sick? I mean, I guess it's invested in the stock market, but, you know. It is well done, the, like, invisible things. And see, this is where you'd actually reveal the fire monster.
Yeah.
You'd have a little glimpse, maybe like a hand or something. Or you show that, like, the Sybil woman has a stone hand. Like, that's your tease. Just
I was thinking they were going to do this. He was bigger in my head.
I think he was bigger, but he doesn't fit in the house if
tinier.
He's bigger. This is the small one. Oh, man. Why was he here? Why was he just hanging out with these guys? He needed to die. That was it. That's the reason. All right. Tell me if you can understand this as... Oh, wait. Maybe he doesn't say it. At some point, someone gives their species name, and I don't understand how you can get anything from it. It just sounds like random noises.
Oh, yeah, so there's multiple. I thought there's one guy.
No, there's more.
Just a bunch of aliens with Spartan
Just a bunch
helmets.
of big dudes. Also, do you know how much it's going to cost to repair the house?
In this economy, that house, I like that forever.
It's about to really go down in value.
The resale is gone.
I'm so why? Oh, maybe that one guy who followed the soothsayer was one of Capaldi's servants. I thought he came with the guy. That makes sense.
Such a
comically large knife. Look at that.
Yeah.
I know it's ceremonial, but that's a good one. I'll have to remember that. It's even got a little voodoo head.
How did he get here?
What do you mean?
He do that?
He walked.
Right, this makes sense.
Maybe he questioned the daughter.
Girls.
This one always did feel a bit weird, though. Because this does seem to be... That's a good joke. This does seem to be, like, an actual religion he's blaspheming. I assume a dead one, but maybe not.
Ooh, we're battling.
What?
Oh, is this the old stone lady?
Old dumb lady.
No, the stone lady.
Oh. I was like, what do you remember about the stone lady? But that's not the Sybil. The Sybil died a while ago. That's just Astrid. Don't worry about her. All right. Who even knows why we have these curtains? Is her bed made of bones? Hans, are we the bad guys much? Like, look at that. Look at that bone bed. Oh, I'd believe the voices. So do the pyrovales just see the future naturally? I'm still waiting for why the stone lets him see the future. Oh, I never clocked that. It's a pretty good makeup job.
I was gonna say, if that was Amy, I would not have
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
wouldn't have clocked that one.
Amy can play the high priest. Okay, wait, here's the bit. I don't remember if it's early or later, but it always just sounds like, "Ah!" And he somehow gets a name out of that. That's a weird name. Power!
Yeah.
You know, yeah. They got it, though. Yeah, that's Amy. That's just... it was a weird line read, you know?
Yeah.
The Pyrophile's name apparently got shortened like 3 or 4 times to Pyrophile.
Where'd he get that? Where could he have gotten that?
In his pockets.
Why did he have a squirt gun in his pockets?
Why wouldn't he? It's basically canon that the Doctor's pockets are bigger on the inside and full of.
I like to imagine that
random stuff.
they fought the thing in the house. Donna got kidnapped. He went, "I've got to find her. I need to make a pit stop." Gets in the TARDIS.
Yeah, the TARDIS
goes to Walmart in the future. Comes back at the exact same time, having bought a squirt gun.
That might actually be what he did. I think not go to Walmart. I assume he has one in the TARDIS. Oh wait, I need this part.
Yeah.
Where does the gift come from? That's not quite true. Russell T. Davies, I don't want the Doctor using a gun. What was that then? It was fun, though. It's got really hot under here. Like, that's just on fire in the background.
Yeah, inside of an oven.
Like, that rock's on fire.
She needs a cough drop or something.
Wow, just a drink of water.
Yeah. I think I like this guy.
That guy?
Yeah,
I mean, he's
so
doing
unlikable.
good.
I love him.
Wow.
He's doing good at his job.
He's just the weatherman.
Yeah.
You know, nothing wrong with a weatherman.
Unless they're wrong.
No, never.
That would be a bad weatherman.
I grew up at the time where I hear the joke of the weathermen are always wrong. Do you remember that Fairly Odd Parents episode where, like, every time the weatherman's wrong, the angry mob chases him out of the city, which is, like, literally every day?
I don't remember
and
that.
then Timmy's dad becomes the weatherman, and he has to, like, make wishes so that they don't chase the dad out of town, even though he's a terrible weatherman.
That's really funny.
But like, I never remember the weather being wrong, right? Because I was born and grew up at the time where that's still remembered, but we actually got really, really good at predicting the weather because of technological and infrastructure advancements. So the weather was just, like, generally right, and it's only gotten better.
How's their breath making air?
What? Well, the fire's
You can
going.
see their
There's gotta
breath.
be oxygen.
Nah, it's cold in there. Oh, they're not doing it anymore.
There's literally
New
fires.
location.
I think you probably
should've
saw
seen it.
them, like, doing dust or whatever. I've never liked this take from the Davies era. If he could see this, why doesn't he know all the answers, you know? It's just... It's not... It's just uninteresting to me. Remember, this replaced the Dark episode. We're getting into the good stuff with Pompeii now, though.
Ooh, they're bringing out the motherboard.
What's the Monty Python chat? It's like, oh, clonk, and then they all just shatter the stones on their heads. I feel like here we get a bit weird, though. Like, what's happening?
They're Making a new PC.
Like, plot-wise, I know, but just look at this. You got this big, like, stone Roman coming to the Orger in a field. He's got his, like, cloaked men for some reason and some Roman soldiers. It's like, what's going on there? That was a scene for the image, and it didn't quite land.
Yeah.
This is some good quarry work, though.
Yeah, good location.
Not great frame rate, though.
We don't look at the CGI.
The city was good, though.
Yeah.
I've also, apparently, this thing Tennant's about to look at, there was some speculation behind the scene that might be some sort of refurbished Sontaran ship, which is interesting because the Sontarans are later in this season. I'd say spoilers, but it's called the Sontaran Stratagem, so...
What, dude?
Like, this guy
Pompeii
just
is full
goes
of
a bit
snitches.
weird for me. Like, what's he doing here? Why is he here?
He's
He loses his arm, and then he goes a
on
bit
his way
crazy.
back home.
Through the volcano?
Yeah, he lives in a
He
bad
didn't
part of town.
come from the volcano, though. I love how you can tell it does not go far. I have seen enough of those things. That thing travels like 4 feet on a good day.
He's got a very strong finger.
And he just stands there, you know? It's just a bit weird. Is this the best they could think of to get them into this capsule? Like, they're surrounded by Pyrovillians, whatever. But first they'll fire everyone. You know, board sweep.
Yeah. Get rid of the old.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, dude, their economy tanked.
You know what losing a planet does to the economy?
It's horrible.
It's obscene, yeah. You don't
You know
want to
what
know.
the economy does? Losing an economy does to the planet?
Pretty bad.
Can't imagine.
Pretty bad. Unless you like just pristine, untouched wilderness. Then, you know. But who would have that in face of an economy? You know, people say they love the environment. I think the environment's a big pain. Like, we wouldn't have to worry about climate change if it weren't for the environment, right?
Yeah, get rid of that.
If we were doing this on Mars, who cares? But no, like, we can't just burn coal because the environment. You know, it makes life so much harder. I don't think we've heard why they see the future either.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh.
What? What was that
It's
laugh?
really funny, like this. I don't know. Episode 1.
He's about to kill, what, the fat babies? Episode 2, everybody dies. Is this the highest, like, permanent body count for an episode? 20,000?
It's pretty up there.
Like, everyone dies in, like, Legend of Ruby Sunday, but they undo that, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Right?
But now it's in the Doctor's just is his choice.
Well, no, it's the one where they blow up Gallifrey, I guess. That's like all the Daleks and all the Time Lords. That's probably the most.
What about the TARDIS?
All right, no, this episode is about to get good, though.
Oh, okay.
But also,
When
like,
everyone
yeah,
dies.
I don't know if I'd want to... Wait, doesn't it always get good? Actually, no, Legend of Ruby Sunday got bad when everyone died. But yeah, I don't know, like, this is not a good first impression for Donna. I know it's her
This is a little rough.
third impression, but... Then again, I know it's not the direction they take, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but this is also kind of a redo of when he blew up the Time Lords, isn't it? You know, when
Yeah.
he's like the coward any day, but not today. It kind of has that vibe when you think about it like that. But it's a fixed point, I guess you could argue. It has to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll save our fixed point discussion for some time later. Probably the astronaut one. Okay, that's a little bit of comedy to lighten the mood.
Let's not think about it. Look at this funny noise.
What have they done to the frame rate? You seeing that? It's like
Pompeii's blowing up. The cameras
wibbly?
had a reaction.
No, there's like an after image of a lot of the people. It's kind of weird. But there's no like ash and stuff. Yeah, okay, and then they outran the volcano, which famously covered Pompeii so quickly that people are still just having lunch at their tables, not realizing what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, like, you hear that story. Surely not, right? Volcanoes are fast, but not like you
Loud,
literally
too.
don't notice something is happening fast.
Yeah.
Like, the fountain did explode. I guess it'd been happening a while, but I don't know. I like, you can go. It's easy to verify that, but I've always wondered. I imagine it's not quite like that. Because even then, like, if the ash hits you at that speed, surely it knocks you over as well, right? You're not just, like, sitting there mid-sip of your tea, perfectly preserved.
Conspiracy theory. Pompeii didn't happen.
Pompeii didn't... You're a Pompeii denier?
You know, I'm just putting it out there.
Wow.
Just floating the idea, workshopping it, seeing.
Look, I
Soft
think
launch.
we're getting to the parts of the episode where I don't know if we can be comedic about it anymore. See, but this is more like what I'd imagine, though, with how Pompeii actually would have happened. Although probably faster, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I just have to die 2 more times. No, that's our last joke. I mean, the purpose of this episode, I think why it's moved forward, is to demonstrate the role of the companion, which for New Who has often, basically always been to, like, remind them, for lack of a better word at the moment, of the little people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never liked the take that also, the Doctor totally took off. I'm just pointing out. Like, I've never liked the take that the Doctor ignores the little people, because I don't think it's true, aside from, like, EU 7th Doctor. Pew, confetti sound. I just like this scene. I'm probably going to let it play. Donna's actually doing this one scene really well.
Yeah.
More than Tennant, I would say. But they're both good. And then we get more. This is another piece of the image now, where I said after Voyage of Pompeii, I think the Doctor becomes a bit too much like a god figure. It's a cool image, but within that context, okay, this scene's longer than I thought. There we go. Also, man, the lights are on bright back there. That is definitely so that they don't have to do the effects. You're gonna be me soon. Screw that Matt Smith guy.
Oh, don't.
I
Yeah,
just
Sean,
thought you'd like to
make him
watch.
Yeah, I'd want to just leave.
I mean, you'd probably have to see, you know? I think you just have to, like, see for yourself and know that it's happened. Oh, well, that's all right then. That's a good shot there. Why was it rock special? Hang on, did we learn that?
I don't. Because alien.
Sometimes, you know, we talk over... Oh.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. Why was it the rocks?
What? You know.
Because the ash was the ash. The rocks were the ash.
Precisely.
This actress has looked kind of familiar, but she wasn't listed in Memory Alpha with the other two. It might just be because she kind of looks like a younger River. Oh, there's good Capaldi. He hasn't got to do a lot of range. I'm not a huge fan of the implication that this guy is the origin of the word volcano, though.
Yeah.
Especially after he's heard it a few times. I know we're talking over the emotions a lot. It is a very powerful episode. This is like the lightest it's hit me, probably because of the context of doing the watch along. But this is a great episode. Mostly down to these last 10 minutes or so. But the rest is still good. It's just such a strong ending, you know. They can walk. I'd actually be a little worried at that height and distance. I feel like that ash cloud is kind of that high. Now let's go on an adventure. That wasn't fun, Doctor. I want a fun one. What about the planet of the slaves? That sounds fun. Donna, out of like anyone, honestly, just has an awful start in terms of like I probably would have left. Like they're having a laugh right now. I might have stopped after this one, but you know this is our third. I'd be like, you know what? That was literally Pompeii. They're not all Pompeii. After the next one, be like, look, Doctor. I'm glad he kept his money somewhere else. It's true. When I went to Rome, every girl was wearing that. Exactly. He's going to play the 28th Doctor. What? Oh, that in the background. I thought that was just a severed pair of legs.
That's exactly. It's big in Rome.
No, it's they're wearing a black shirt, but that confused me a lot.
This is gonna be a little TARDIS. I should be a writer.
Whoops-a-doodle.
I'm so good.
That's gonna confuse some archaeologists. You always have to think within the Doctor Who universe, right? What the hell did you think designing a police box? It's like, could you imagine you've designed something for like maybe like a police car, I guess would be the equivalent, or just like a porta potty or something, and then it's like throughout history, this thing has just always existed. It's in like
Yeah.
church stained glass windows and like carvings or whatever. It's like what?
Porta potty's wild.
The TARDIS would 100% be a porta potty if it was the modern day. The Big Finish did a joke where was the Doctor went to like the Sixth Doctor, went to the extreme far future. It's called the One Doctor, and you very much either love it or hate it, as I understand it. And so, the Doctor at this point in history, he like never really traveled out that far. It's just too far, and so he became this like legend, but like, you know, Gilgamesh style, even more ancient, where like basically nothing is known about them. It's just the scraps that come through. And so there's this impersonator, the Doctor, who has like, you know, his own impersonator of the companion, and they might even call it a TARDIS, the thing he travels in, and it is literally a porta potty, and instead of the like vroom vroom, it makes toilet flushing sounds. And it's just this weird, I haven't listened to the One Doctor in ages, but
That's beautiful.
yeah, because that's what they'd be. The Honey Bucket logo is literally just a TARDIS. I'm sorry, it is.
I love that.
Ban, what did you think about
Yeah, that was a
Pirates
good
of Pompeii?
episode.
It really
That
is.
was a good
I think doing the watch-alongs has really undercut them. You know,
Mm.
we still have to figure out what we want to do when it's your first watch of the episodes.
Yeah.
I noticed you seem to be remembering more episodes at this point.
Mhm.
Which I guess is a sign that you really enjoyed season 4. It is a good, as I've said, it's considered the best of the Tennant era, I think, generally. Looking at, we got the Ood one, Planet of the Ood next. Lovely, fun time. What could possibly go wrong? We then got the Sontaran two-parter, The Doctor's Daughter, which is definitely titled, just so you'd click on it, Unicorn and the Wasp. You'll love it or hate it. If you watched, I think, yesterday's stream, you'll know if I love or hate this episode. But that's one. I think this is the one where, like, that's the bad one, other than the finale. If anything's bad, it's Unicorn and the Wasp. No, I'll just say it's baffling to me. Unicorn and the Wasp was a great episode. Yeah, it's one of those episodes where it'll often get cited as like peak Doctor Who, not because it's particularly good, but it's like the best a normal episode could be. You kind of know what I mean?
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like, this is just an amazing normal episode of Doctor Who. It's not Heaven Sent, it's not Blink, it's just 10 out of 10 normal.
Yeah.
The Library two-parter.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Oh.
love the library.
Who does? I mean, that's a big one. This is we're starting to dip our toes into the Moffat era. You know, it's always kind of fun on a watch along. I think this is where I stopped before the 60th. I was rewatching the Ten and Donna season, and I think I stopped literally between the library parters because I had to like binge it over several days. I was like, I've just had enough. Midnight, that'll be interesting.
I'm excited for that. Very
Midnight,
excited.
of course, because you've only seen the sequel.
Yeah.
Which
I
you
remember
really
Turn Left
enjoy
a
the
lot,
sequel.
too.
How well do
did.
you remember The Well?
Oh, pretty well.
That's good, because then we'll watch Midnight. You'll get to go like, oh man, Midnight's so much better.
Yeah.
Turn Left, you remember that? I mean,
Yeah.
Donna really doesn't have a good time.
Yeah, I recall.
Turn Left is gonna be an interesting one to watch along. But the good episode, and then of course Russell T Davies two-parter.
Yeah.
finale.
Yeah.
I think this is actually the week. Well, we'll get there, but this is the one that either is the weakest one, or you were nostalgia and saw your childhood come back. That's like, that's the two worlds. But I think it's got that most heavily criticized finale. Like the final
I don't remember
resolution.
it as of current.
I would be surprised if you did, because it's so meh how they resolve it. Well, like,
Yeah.
we'll get there. Like the little, just one might argue nitpick. But it's a good season. And then
So far.
we've got the David Tennant specials. I won't tell you how many there are.
Ooh.
But remember, instead of a season 5, because I think Tennant was busy, they were getting ready to hand over to Moffat, he had a series of specials that over the course of a year, the first one and the last one are both Christmas specials. And then we'll get into Matt Smith
Yes.
in like what, 2 months or something.
Give or take.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like 2 months from now is just the end of this season. It's August. So like in October, we could have some Halloween Matt Smith maybe. Spooky, I know. Nothing says Halloween like Matt Smith. But good old Morbius himself.
Good old.
What else was he in? He was in something. Maybe it's House of the Dragon. I thought it was in some. Oh no, he's in. Have you seen the ads for like the movie coming up about a guy who like watches the cat of some sort of gangster, and then they come to beat up the gangster, but it's a guy watching his cat. Matt Smith is the gangster in that. It's weird. God, oh my gosh, what is it? Fall guy? Fall man? Fall Man movie 24 Fall Guy?
Caught stealing?
That was it. Yeah. How did you get that?
Because I looked up gangster cat Matt Smith.
Gangster cat Matt Smith. Yeah, look at him. He's got it's so weird because Matt Smith just looks like Matt Smith, you know? There we go. But like he's just got he looks like the 11th Doctor with a weird mohawk and gangster. Even like the 11th Doctor, I can have the problem that he just looks like Matt Smith. But you know, I mean, I hope Matt Smith has a successful career because it's unfair to ask every Doctor actor to like just never do anything again except Big Finish. But I am also glad that I've like never seen any Doctor Who actor in like anything substantial beyond Doctor Who. I don't. Well, Billy Piper's The Test is like, will it actually work? Yeah. I saw pictures of Ncuti Gatwa as Ken. Never seen the Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what if instead of this we just do reviews, watch-alongs of like random either weird or like Amazon Cinderella tier movies. Just we don't even know we just like find one and we do that.
This article says House of Dragons Matt Smith to star in upcoming film Caught Stealing.
He's no longer Doctor Who Matt Smith.
He's not the Doctor Who guy.
No, it's weird. He might be the first one who'll die, and then it doesn't say 11th Doctor Matt Smith. Although, to be fair, a lot of the modern guys, like Capaldi, I don't think is Matt Smith. Even Eccleston. Well, Capaldi is not Matt Smith. That is true. Capaldi, I don't think the Doctor's the biggest one. Eccleston, I think, is more known for some other things. He was in Thor, The Dark World. He's in... I can't remember, because for me, it's Doctor Who. David Tennant... I think the Doctor is still probably the most prominent, but that's just because he was so big as the Doctor. Yeah. But I don't know. Matt Smith was arguably bigger. I guess he just doesn't have... Yeah. You know, 10 is the default still for a lot of people. But I think everyone but Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa, but he hasn't been around too long, has just kind of gotten bigger. At least if you were to ask the random person. But for me, it's like Doctor Who's always going to be the biggest thing you do. Yeah. I'd even think of Amy Pond more than I think of Nebula, you know? You know that? Amy Pond plays Nebula in Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't until, like, Endgame. Until, like, Endgame came out. I was like, oh my god, that's Amy Pond. Because, you know, she shaved her head and she's under so much makeup. And then once I I think her voice is even distorted. And once I was told that, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that's Amy Pond.
Matt Smith.
What? Matt Smith? What about him?
He played Patrick Bateman in the American Psycho Theater.
He does a lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh, he did.
He just looks like Matt Smith is the problem. I need him to retire and do Big Finish. That's what I need all of them to do. Really, we need to fill a gap. I'm actually a bit worried. I need to start paranoid, focusing, buying Big Finish, because the fourth Doctor is now retired. He's still got like 3 years of audio dramas left, I think, but he's retired. He's not doing anymore. The seventh Doctor is on the cusp of retirement. The sixth Doctor can't be too much behind. They're both they're all about the same age. Although he was always really big on that, but that was literally 25 years ago. Like early Big Finish. McGann, I think, is also getting on. The fifth Doctor is younger than the others. But, like, the ninth just started, and we have 13, which is good. Tennant's too busy to reliably do Big Finish. Matt Smith is, like, not going to do it for a very long time. He's just too big. Capaldi, I don't think, is interested. Again, I don't see him doing it unless he, like, basically retires, because it's easier to sit down in front of a mic, you know? It's like you kind of want to slow things down and retire, but it's nice money. And also everyone treats you like you're the king. Shooty, I don't know. Honestly, it's like a crapshoot. I could see Shooty being a lot like Tennant. I could see him wanting to do some of that stuff, or like Jodie coming back pretty soon, because he had he left early and probably not entirely by choice. He chose to, but there's the circumstances around needing to stay committed. So I could maybe see him coming back to fight like Daleks or something, but I don't know if he'd do a range right now. He's so early in his career, and it probably just depends on how many opportunities come knocking, really.
Yeah.
Billie Piper might. She's doing them right now, remember? I think the first one comes out this month, the Ninth Doctor and Billie Piper audio dramas. Let me check that before we stop. Big Finish, Ninth Doctor, Billie Piper. Christopher Eccleston and Billie Piper. I need to start buying these. Just like, I think Jodie's was $13 a month, every other month, if you don't do the bundle. And Billie Piper, Christopher Eccleston. Give me a link. Billie Piper. Come on. Ninth Doctor Adventures. They're going to keep doing these for a while. Here we go. Like, I still haven't even heard the one with the river. Yeah, it's this month. August 2025. We get Billie Piper and Christopher Eccleston. The 9th and 16th Doctors, I guess. Yeah, and also Jodie's came out last year, Vampire something. I think there's like what is it? It's like a hen party or something. I'm not familiar with it, but they fight vampires or something. And apparently it's pretty good.
Like
I think it was a little safe, or maybe it wasn't the most experimental as a first episode, but I've heard it was good for like just being a fairly normal romp. But yeah, 1327. If you want to please fun Big Finish. I'm a little worried for like post 2027 Big Finish, and I don't know if I can buy their entire back catalog in 3 years. 2 years. Oof. We're not gonna get more Fourth Doctor. I've listened to barely any of his run, but man, it's weird. I don't like it. All the Doctors are retiring, and yes, I'm younger than all the classic ones, but I'm younger than most of the modern ones too, for that matter. I think Capaldi might actually be younger than Doctor Who. Barely.
Oh.
58. Yeah, no, he's older. Sorry, he's older. I said it wrong, but yeah, he's older than Doctor Who.
Oh man.
By like 5 years. Massive Doctor Who nerd. And there we go. There's the hair he's supposed to have. Gosh. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. But Big Finish, I think, is about to pay for the fact that we went on hiatus for like 15 years. That's probably everything.
Yeah, good episode.
I will say, I think there's some weirdness. Does that start next weekend? Yes. No, actually, it's the one after. I'm busy on Saturdays, and there's new Star Trek, so I might jiggle some things around. But
okay,
we'll
cool.
see. Next week will be fine. I will say thank you all for watching.